said to me, "Are you stupid? Are you stupid? You are making a call?" I said, "Give me your phone." You refuse? Are you stupid? I will waste you now. I will waste you now. I was looking at him. I said, "Waste who?" The meaning of waste in Nigeria by a military guy was that he was going to shoot his father and mother and shoot his generation unborn. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Marie. Just in case this is the first time you're stopping by. On this channel, expect products review, relaxed hair products review, how I take care of my relaxed hair. So what are you still waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and become a part of the family. It's a delight to always upload videos for you right here. So this video is about story time. I actually just came from a trip. I traveled on Wednesday. Excuse me. I traveled on Wednesday to Benin City, Nigeria, to go see my mom and to just sort out a few things. And I just returned. But this, I don't know what to make of the situation with the military checkpoints in Nigeria. I don't know what to think about them. Safe to say that it is appalling, and it is sad that at this age still in Nigeria, one could be troubled so much on the road by these privates called military. I have no clue what went wrong, but Nigerian military are basically skillless, senseless, and undertrained. It is sad that one will travel and encounter. Okay, it was just something so simple, and I had no business with the military personnel. And this is how the story goes. I got into a public vehicle because I didn't want to drive down. It's an hour and some minutes from where I live. Let's say about an hour, 30 minutes to the state where my mother lives. That's Benin City. I live in Asaba, Delta State. So I boarded this vehicle, and I was the last passenger to get into the vehicle, but I got the front seat. So as we start progressing in the journey, on Ikpoba Hill, that's the link road to Delta State, on Ikpoba Hill, there was an accident of some kind, and there was a hold up, traffic jam on that road, and the driver decided he wasn't going to go through that route. So he chose to go through, if you're familiar with a bit of traveling down the eastern part of Nigeria, that means that there's a bypass through which you can connect Benin City to Delta, coming to Delta State, going through the bypass. So the driver decided to go through Aduwawa and go link the bypass to get into the road to Delta State. So as we progressed on the journey, this military encounter is so terrible. As we progressed on the journey, I had to call my family and let them know I was already on my way home. So I picked up my phone and I started calling my son. At this point, there was a truck in front of the vehicle I was in. Excuse me, please. So with this truck in front of the vehicle I was in a Mercedes Benz. So the truck, of course, I couldn't see ahead. Even if I had seen ahead, there was nothing wrong with me being in a vehicle. So I called up my son and I'm like, "Hey, I'm on my way home, and we just chatted a bit." And there was now a hold up. I didn't know what was in front, but there was a hold up. So I was talking with my son when the truck started moving, and about that time, I rounded off my call with my son. Just as I was cutting off the call, we got to this checkpoint, and the military guy was like, I should switch off my phone. I should end the call. And I'm like, "Excuse me?" And he said I should put off my call. I'm at the checkpoint. I said, "What has my call got to do with your checkpoint? I'm a passenger, I'm not a driver. I'm just doing my own business. So why should I end my call because you're about talking with the driver?" And the next thing, he said I should hand him my phone. I said, "Hand you my phone?" He said yes. I said, "Sorry, that's not about to happen." So he said the driver should park his vehicle. So the driver parked the vehicle and went to meet him. There were two gentlemen that were behind. And one of them came down. As the driver came down, alighted from the vehicle to go talk to the military personnel. The gentleman came down and said, "Madam, please, whatever happens, when that military man comes, don't say anything." I said, "Okay." It took about 3-4 minutes. Another gentleman from the car, alighted also, came down from the vehicle and said, "Madam, please, whatever happens with this gentleman, just be quiet with this officer, just be quiet, don't say anything." I said, "Okay." I didn't know that they had experienced such things, and that was why they were warning me ahead not to say anything when the military guy comes. Then the military man comes. He said to me, "Are you stupid? Are you stupid? You are making a call. I said, give me your phone, you refuse. Are you stupid? I will waste you now." I will waste you now. I was looking at you. He said to me, "Are you stupid? Are you stupid? You are making a call. I said, give me your phone, you refuse. Are you stupid? I will waste you now." I will waste you now. I was looking at him. I said, "Waste who?" The meaning of waste in Nigeria by a military guy was that he was going to shoot his father and mother and shoot his generation unborn. So I was like, "Hello?" And he goes, I said, "Give me your phone. You are making a call at a checkpoint." I said, "Officer, I was making my call before I got to you." I said, "In case you do not remember you can't recall what happens, let me refresh your memory. There was a truck right in front of me. And I had no clue that there was a checkpoint. And even if there was a checkpoint, I was making my call. I'm not the one driving. So what has my call got to do with a checkpoint?" He said I should give him my phone, and I refused to give him my phone. I said, "What is your business with my phone? That you're asking for my phone? What's your business with my phone?" He started insulting his mother and father. I kept quiet. After a while, his insult got a bit too much to bear. So I said to him, "Back at the car. How would you be?" I said, "Something must be wrong with you, officer. What has my call got to do with you? I'm not the driver of the vehicle. I'm not driving, I'm a passenger. If you have anything, it's with the driver of the vehicle. And I should hand you my phone. Who does that?" And then he said, "I'm still claiming right." I said, "Claiming right? What section of the law prohibits a passenger from making a call? Could you please tell me that section of the law?" He said, "I'm telling him to quote law." I said, "Of course. If you said I broke a law that contravenes me making a call while I'm on a journey and I'm not the driver, could you please tell me what law prohibits me from doing such?" They said, "You are still making mouth, you are still talking." I said, "Am I supposed to be quiet?" This stripling, for it to be so obvious that it was an illegal checkpoint, his name tag was not on his chest. He didn't put his name tag there because he knew that his checkpoint was illegal, and that was the last checkpoint on the before you come down the bypass to join the road link from Benin. That was the last checkpoint, at least the only checkpoint I saw. I was mesmerized. Who does that? Then this young man just went blabbing and he told me to give him my phone that I refused. I was making a call. I said, "Oga, in case you don't know what you're talking about, I want you to tell me the law that prohibits me as a passenger in a vehicle from making a call." I said, "If you had any problem, it's your driver he's the driver of the vehicle you should be talking to and not to me, because I have no business with you." He went on insulting his father and mother. Dear family, I returned his own to his generation, his mother and his father. What kind of society do we live in? Just as we were in this argument, his phone rang. And the idiot brought his phone out of his pocket to answer the call. I said, "Officer, your phone is ringing, you want to answer? While we are talking? We're talking. Your phone rang and you want to answer. Why would you answer the call? When I don't have a right as a passenger in a vehicle to take a call. You want to take a call while we are arguing." I said, so what law are we talking about here? Brothers and sisters, friends, family, I don't understand what Nigeria has become. That these young Hausa military chaps, without training, can just come up. A rankless officer. I'm not sure this guy is on to 27. Look at me and my gray hair and wants to insult me on the road for nothing. No. This wickedness should no longer proceed in Nigeria. I think do you know a young man in Nigeria cannot put on camouflage. A material bought in the market and sewn into a short knicker. A young Nigerian chap cannot put that on. Why? Military claims that the common camouflage sold in the market, that is not their uniform, the young chaps have no business wearing it. Meanwhile, all over the world, anybody can wear what they deem fit. You can't wear a dark green, olive green t-shirt in Nigeria without military harassment. Why this military harassment? Why this military senselessness? Why this military brutality and wickedness? We're not even going to go into the SARS matter. They will not allow young men walk on the road freely. Now they will even demand for phone. Imagine a young military officer asking me for my phone, my personal belonging, my phone that I was making a call. I mean, I'm just over this. I'm just so over this. I hope a lot of people are not suffering this. You know, if you're even traveling out of Nigeria, that's another thing. You have to deal with, what are they called now? Immigration. When you're traveling from the Nigeria airport, you have to deal with the immigration. They will search your bag as though they buried their heads inside. They will dig and scatter. They will not be asking you for money. I know, it's too much. If you're driving on the road and you meet these other guys, what's their name? If you buy a new car and you're driving from Lagos, for instance, to Benin or to Delta, oh my God, the numbers of checkpoints from, what are they called? What is the name of this other group? This other one that collects excise duty. From customs. If you buy a car and you're driving from Lagos to either Edo or Delta, the customs officers will accost you on the road, check your papers, check your this, check your that. If they don't have anything, they will still ask you for something. Your glass is tinted, it is trouble. Asking for money. I mean, it is appalling. When will this stop in Nigeria? When will Nigeria become a nation that somebody would want to live in? When? This is tiring. Family, this is tiring. This is tiring. I'm just over one being treated so horribly in one's own country over nothing. It's appalling. I hope the right authorities will do something about Nigerian military before I start praying for them to face themselves with guns and shoot themselves. I hope somebody with the right thinking cap does something about these young Hausa chaps that are on the road with no wisdom, with no knowledge, they don't even have, I don't think, they are striplings. That means they are not qualified for public life. These young military officers on the road, they are striplings. They are not qualified for public life. They give them rifles and they put them on the road and they are trigger happy. I mean, I'm so over it. It's terrible. It's terrible. I hope somebody gets to do something about removing all these